this one's going to be more like what it's like to travel and speak, like what our speaking engagement like, and traveling for that. And still, even in the end of the day, number one job is I'm a mom and I'm a wife. I want to show the real stuff, right? The stuff where they get to see. So this is the life on the road. Let's go. Let's see where's our ride. Business partner. One of our agent business partners are picking me up. So we have to find out, I don't know what car she drives. So let's see. Hey, darling. Oh, you coming around? Okay. Hi, hi. Thank you. I guess I'll give you a hug when we get there, huh? Okay, let's get in.
Finally here.
So excited to learn something new today?
I am. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm a sponge.
So we have like literally not much time. So locally is 12:28. Okay. So at 2 o'clock I have to be down for a mic check.
Okay.
Which means I have to like literally run, change, which both of you are more than welcome to be in the room. I guess, Demi, I'll need you there. And I'm gonna get ready very quick, just change into more of like my, this is my travel outfit.
Yeah.
Ripped jeans. I don't think if I can do ripped jeans on stage, right? But this is more like my style. If I could, this is how I would be presenting on stage. And then we change, and we go to the mic check, and then pretty much that's at 2, and then at 3, pretty much the madness starts until 5, 6 o'clock. Then it's time for dinner. And that's it. The day's over. I'll come back, take a nap, wake up early, so I can be still mom of the year, because my son's birthday is tomorrow and August 19th, so I have to be back for that. So that I picked the earliest flight I could. We moved to Tampa. There are no direct flights anymore. I miss Detroit for that. Now I have to have 2 flights. Everything is just taking me so much longer to go anywhere and then also go back home. But I wanted to be home for his birthday, so I'm gonna wake up extra early, do the 2 flights, be back in Tampa so I can celebrate his birthday. And then I'll be back in Dallas next week. So this is the life on the road. I want to show the real stuff, right? The stuff where they get to see that in the end of the day, number one job is I'm a mom and I'm a wife.
Yes.
Right? And I'll squeeze in these other things, but the idea is not that work first.
Right.
So it's a little bit harder on me because I don't, I come in, I take a 2-second shower, change my clothes. I don't even know if I have time to look over my presentation and then go speak, eat, sleep, go back home. It's a one-day trip. I remember the first time I came to Texas, I imagined cowboys and way more population. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, there are these like downtown, but there's nobody on the streets.
Right.
Restaurants, there's no wait. You just walk in and sit down. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, that's nice. I don't know. I assumed Texas was way more populated than it is.
Last name?
Bethke, B-E-T-H-K-E. Be good, ma'am. Oh, hi. Okay. Let me give you a hug, because I didn't get to give you a hug.
No. Oh.
Thank you for picking me up.
You're so cool.
Let's go. Have you seen your face on a flyer walking into a hotel? Would you look at that? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, guys, all grown up. Let's do this.
If I can see your ID?
Yeah?
You had a good morning so far?
Yeah, 2 flights though.
2 flights? Wait,
I like a direct flight, but there isn't any from Tampa nowadays. Yes, hi.
Callie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice shoes.
Oh my gosh, thanks. Like my new babe.
What did you do?
I was jogging on Sunday
and I just rolled it and it fractured the thing.
Okay, awesome.
You look so cute.
Oh, thank you. I'm assuming it's not ripped jeans kind of stage, so I'm gonna go change very quick.
You're all good, yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to show you the green room where everybody is right now?
Yeah, we could do that very quick, yeah.
And you can meet everyone and then go
Oh,
change.
awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. My son's birthday is tomorrow, so usually I don't like the one-dayers because it's exhausting.
Yes.
But I'm like, I can't miss my son's birthday, and I also couldn't miss this opportunity, so
Yes, we're excited to have you.
we're gonna make it work, right?
This is for you. And then
Thank
if I
you. I'm Gogo. Your name?
I'm Zach. I'm with the
Zach.
surveying team.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I'm Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you, Gogo. Nice to meet you. You guys speaking? You're with?
We're with Ryan. Sorry.
Oh, Ryan, okay. Awesome. So the whole entourage come in?
Yes.
Love it. This
Did
one.
you catwalk and everything else and all that stuff yet?
No, I literally walked in. Yep. So I'm gonna go change very quick because I'm assuming you don't want me in ripped
Change,
jeans.
come holler at me, we'll do a little walk and we'll
Okay.
talk, we'll hang out.
Okay, so I'm coming back right here?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say Callie, she can change, just come back right here and then we'll show her the goods.
Is this coming? Yep. 300, 303, probably this way. This is us. There we go. Whoa. Okay, come on in, girls. Oh, look at how cute. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I love hotel sheets. I love them. Oh, this is very nice. And a hot tub. Oh, guess what I'm doing tonight? Room service, some wine, and a cute little tub. It's so little. How does anybody else take a bath in there? Oh, so I'm European, I take baths, and I don't care how random and how gross it is to most Americans. Then I'm gonna sit in some random hotel tub, but you know, I'm gonna soap it out a little bit and then I'm gonna soak there. Okay, let's do this. Let's put my speaking clothes on, freshen up my makeup. So what I learned through the years is pack light. So I brought 2 outfits in case I change my mind. Have a hairbrush, some jewelry, makeup, bathroom stuff, deodorant, I almost forgot it. And what else what could you possibly need for one night? Because do you know how they dry clean? It's gross. You know it actually doesn't see water. I was told. So it's literally dry. They dip it in chemicals. And then you're gonna put it on your skin. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's go. Good? Let's go. Yes. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, you can come. Which direction?
What's your name, brother?
Ooh, door. Sorry, walk. Oh, this is cute. Oh, it's like what you watch on the TV other people do. Now we're doing it. This is the dark alley behind the stage. We are doing this. Oh, ta-da! Oh, that's what it looks like. Hey, how are you? Sorry, in action.
Oh, no problem.
Pushing buttons. Did we go down there?
Famous Gogo right here. What's up?
The wire. Oh, sorry.
So this, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just get Brian
Sorry.
close.
Oh, you're
'Cause I know
fine.
that transmission is that's where we are on him, so he stays.
There we go.
Okay. 1, 2. Have to watch what I say.
And then this, as long as it's toward the front of your belts, this can go anywhere.
Okay, got it. So I usually just clip it right. Good? Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, you look so familiar.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a hat on before.
Yes,
So that's
yeah,
why.
you look
So.
very
Awesome.
cool.
So I don't know if they prepped you, but I've got.
No.
Have you ever used a perfect cue before?
No.
Okay, let me show
I mean,
you.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know what, I don't know my
I'm gonna
name.
have this up on the podium for you.
Okay, got it.
It's going to be your slides, and so you're going to be able to hit the green to advance
Okay.
your slides. And I also have
And if I have to go back?
little red slide.
Got it, okay.
Right there, okay? So we're controlling the slides until it gets to you, right? They announce you, everybody's
Yeah.
clapping, yeah, you walk
Yeah.
out, and then this will be on the podium. You'll be able to pick this up and take control from us. So then we'll have your first slide up, right?
Got it,
so
okay.
when you walk out, first slide's up, and then you take over, you got control after
Awesome.
that.
So my only question is the stage looks really narrow, which means my presentation is going to be behind me. Usually there's like 2 screens so I can actually see it. So what do you...
I've got you a confidence monitor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And Levi, this is actually.
Oh, I never used one of those.
I've got a confidence monitor.
Let's go
right
check
in
it out.
front for you. So,
Is it? Okay.
correct. So you'll be able to see everything. This will be right up top here for you.
Okay. Is there any way you could put it on for a second to see if I
Sure.
can see it?
All right. So this is going to be our holding slide.
Okay. I think I can read it from here.
And then there you are. So
Okay.
this will be what's up when you
Yeah,
come
so I
on
don't have to
stage.
look
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, you'll be able to look right back.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I can
Is
do
that
it
cool
from
for
here.
you?
Yep.
Okay. We also have time clock down there too for you guys if you want that too. To track.
So you're going to turn the music up louder and louder and louder?
Yeah, it's like the Oscars.
Yeah, I literally had to try because usually my presentation, and truly, I do a lot of numbers. I love numbers, but to get to the punchline, right? It's a process,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, can I do it in 20 minutes? Yeah. So I had to remove a lot of my slides and stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, and I practiced it like a practice run. Can I actually finish it in 20 minutes, right? So I was like, I don't know. So usually this presentation I do about an hour, hour and a half. Now today I have to get to the punchline in 20 minutes. Well, they said 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm just looking over my presentation to kind of like gather my thoughts and make sure I mention the things that I need to mention and make sure that I'm not going to go over in time, but also not going to go down in time, right? Because you can't just come off the stage at 10 minutes and be like, okay, I'm done, right? What are they going to do for the next 10 minutes? So speaking, if you have never spoken on stage, now I'm not, I don't get nervous anymore. I actually enjoy it now, but at first it's like planking. So it's like planking for 20 minutes. It's like, it's a long time. And even try to talk, just try to talk in front of a mirror for 20 minutes. Like, what are you going to say, right? So just kind of have to get your thoughts in check. And I just sit here and look over my presentation to make sure I don't miss anything. So that's what we're doing. I'm so excited to officially meet this guy over here. Last year I did research for getting like a board of directors together. So this is my 11th years in real estate, but I don't only just do real estate anymore. We have 9 different companies and some of them are like real estate related, but not everything is real estate related. I found myself in this situation over the years where I would get advice from people for the same question, right? I would ask the CPA, would give me one answer. I would ask the financial advisor, would give me another answer. And I would ask my attorney or friend or business partner and stuff, and they would give me a totally different answer. And here I am in the middle trying to make a decision about a subject, first of all, I don't know anything about. And I get 3 different answers, and then who do I trust? Like, I was so done playing that game. I wanted everybody to come to the same meeting. I wanted everybody to like understand where we are going, right? Because some of these decisions you have to make based on where you're going. Typical people, 99% of the world, right? They make a typical amount for them, and then they get a 7% raise or a 3% raise, but they don't go from making 150,000 to making 800. Right? Like, it's not normal. So for me, I wasn't necessarily a normal scenario, and I wanted the people that are advising me, not just to advise me in the moment of based on where we are right now, but advise me of where we're going. I'm with a company called EXP when it comes to real estate. And I had an agent joining us. They came to visit us in Michigan. We're sitting in our bar counter in the basement working away. And her husband is a NASA scientist, and he was just kind of cool. And I was like, what are you doing? He's sitting on his laptop. He's not doing anything real estate, right? He's sitting on his laptop, and he showed me this like blueprint. I'm looking at that blueprint, and I'm very visual. So that's how my brain works. For me to understand something, I have to see it and then I remember it forever. So my mind was blown of like, I saw all of his entities and his LLCs and his investment properties, and I saw his like living trust, and I was like, what is a living trust? Like I didn't even know what it was. And so I wanted something like that. So he introduced me to Aderson's. I called them, I got an appointment, and here we are today. But we worked together now for over a year and a half. I never actually met you. I wanted to see your guys' offices, and I wanted to actually see you guys in action, right? Because we do, I recommend you guys to everyone that I can think of. I had an amazing experience working with you guys. And you know, when people ask me, I never sell what I don't use or love. But when I love something, you can't shut me up about it. So
Appreciate that. Let's go on up.
let's do. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you describe Aderson a little bit? Like what is the company like? Last night you mentioned you guys have like 500 employees or more.
There's over 500 of us here. We started off as just a raw law firm, and then we added divisions as we went along. Usually we would acquire, but sometimes we'd say, you know what, we're having a lot of trouble with accountants, so let's just start hiring accountants. So we have a full, group of CPAs, EAs, accountants, and just folks that understand where things are going to go on a tax form and know it ahead of time. So when you're talking to them, they already know where it's going. Like, this is going to end up on line 20 of schedule such and such. Yeah. And I get Clint and I and Michael, we're all entrepreneurs. We do what you do. I'm not a realtor, but I'm an avid real estate investor, and I've opened up lots of companies too. And I look at it and say, what would I need? And then that's what I create, and that's what we create for our clients, to have the same level of services. And as a real estate professional, we could get your taxes down to zero. We can make your income go away, because you can use accelerated depreciation to offset all those things. All you have to do is buy enough real estate. But then you would be unlendable. And so a lot of people, when they're growing their business or growing their real estate, they need to have access to capital markets. They need to be able to borrow from a bank. Yeah. If that's you, don't make your income go to zero, because the bank will look at you when you go for a home loan and you say, how much do you make? And you say, here's my return, and it shows zero. They're looking at you funny.
You're broke.
Yep. And then you say, but no, it's my accountants. They did this accelerated depreciation and hoodoo-voodoo. And they go, oh, so you're a tax cheat, right? So it doesn't really go over too well. So as you're growing your business, sometimes you need it to look a particular way. And so from a tax standpoint, that's what you have to be really conscious of. But when you're just looking at the business, you're just saying, what's the worst thing that could happen? How do I minimize the worst thing that could happen? What's the different types of tax treatments that are available to me?
I'm like that 3-year-old with Front End Central. Excuse me, I have a question. And then I ask you to break it down to my level of English. If you guys want to work with Aderson's, they're going to be, you can scan the barcode and we'll take you to the link, sign up, get interviewed by them, interview them, and decide if you want to work with them, right? Take yourself and your businesses to the next level.
So we try to break down the barrier. I'll tell you, my experience that I shared with you about the accountant when I first sat down was $350 an hour. I never went back to that individual. I didn't go back to that individual because the price was too high per hour. So we try to get away from hourlies. You probably noticed that we do packages. We say, here's the cost to put this in place. Yeah. But my favorite thing that we offer, and it's been there forever, is our Platinum service, which is $35 a month. You can literally call the attorneys at any time. You can put in tax questions, submit them in writing, and it's unlimited for $35 a month. So, because I know we're going to run fast, and I know you're going to run fast. You're going to have lots of things. You have a big team. You just need to be able to oversee it, know what's on a sheet of music. We call that our blueprint, our wealth blueprint. I need to be able to see what's where and how they interact.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You're the best.
Thanks, Gogo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Nice to meet you too, officially.
Yes.
Go.
Never heard that before, have you? Nobody's ever done that.
Okay, hallod, amit mondok, vagy érted, amit mondok? Just kidding. English today. Can you hear me? No? Yes? Keep talking. How about now? Okay, thank you. So I'm the only lady. All these gentlemen on stage. The math is a little off, the averages are a little off. Meaning that I still feel like real estate is very much a man's world, right? And there's usually 90% men and maybe 10% women talking. So it is an honor, but at the same time, I feel like I work really hard to try to change that. So we can, women can be represented just as much, because more than 50%, almost 60% of realtors are women. So why aren't we on the stage just like men are? So let's change that. One trip at a time. I'm actually speaking at an entrepreneurial event in Nashville, and same thing. They were like, we need some women on here. So I got invited, but hopefully that's changing for all industries. And it's just like you have to, like presentations, the actual bullet points on screen are kind of like bullet points, right? So there's no like, it has to have some fluidity to it, and you have to throw in a joke, and you have to make it more like a story, and you know what I mean? So it's like when you see on the actual presentation, you're like, oh, I can't remember saying that, right? Or I can't remember throwing that joke, or I can't forget, not remember, I can't forget to do this, or I can't forget to say that. Because you don't put that on the presentation, right? Presentation, then it's more like a slideshow. So I just kind of looking it through. You ready? Yeah. I'm sitting right here in the reserved, very front, and I'm going to hear every single speaker. Because this is why you go to events, guys. You go to events to learn something new. It's not like I have it all figured out. I don't. I know what I know, but there's a lot of things I don't know. And there's a lot of things that I don't even know that I don't know, right? Because I don't know that it exists. And you find out that it exists when you go to events and learn them from others, right? So when you go and learn their skills, then you go back home and you implement it. So this is what's happening. Sitting, waiting for the room to fill up, and then going to be speaking at some point. But in the meantime, I'm going to be learning from all the other speakers. Get smarter.
Are we ready? Okay, welcome. This is going to be a spectacular event. You are in the right room. You have made the right commitment to yourself. How many of you today are ready to learn? I want you to stand up. Everybody get up out of the seats. And I want you to spend 30 to 60 seconds getting hyped up about why you're here and what you're doing. Get your sphere, get your community excited.
Hey, Buck is teaching us how to do social media. And I'm doing it. You know why? Because it pays the bills, right? Yeah. There's Buck on stage. And there is everybody else doing the work. I love this. I love forcing people to grab that camera because this is your money maker right here. Go, use it. It's in your back pocket. Take it out. Do videos from now on. Pay the bills.
What's the thing that's most important to you as you build the business?
That I give back, man, that I give value to my people. I think this business is a business of reciprocity. It's got to be a two-way street. So that's
Right.
one of the reasons I'm putting this on today, is like saying, hey man, how can I help the people in the streets grow their business, make more money, and get better? So that right now at my level, what's most important to me is giving back and helping.
So 87% of agents, we know the statistics, right? They fail in the first 2 years. And I saw how hard he worked in the first 3 years. I mean, he's worked hard his whole career, but you know how much it takes to get a business off the ground, especially being a real estate agent.
You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are in life. These days, a very sexy topic is manifestations, abundance. You guys heard that before? Show of hands? Law of attraction, energy, and all that stuff, right? If you don't read one more book, if you don't reach out to somebody, if you don't build a business, if you don't apply for something else, if you don't surround yourself with the right people. And look how many jugs are in here today. Gogo, Ryan, Brian, Buck.
Why are they trying to do business by themselves? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why not leverage through other people? I'll focus on two things all day long, and I still do this to this day. My main role is expand and brand. Everything else, other people can do. So how can I best use my time? How much money do you want to make this year? Think about it for 2023. How much money do you want to make in 2023?
My name is Gogo. You might know me as Gogo, but my real name is that. Don't you just want to buy real estate? You're going to see it on a yard sign, be like, I'm going to call that, is that a man? Is that a woman? Right? A little bit about me. I am Hungarian by nationality, born and raised in Transylvania, Romania. Have you heard of a town called Csíkszereda? Right? No, you didn't. Fast forward, I'm 21, second year in college in another country called Hungary. I had to pass an English exam and I didn't speak a lick of English. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go to where they speak it. I'm going to pick it up very quick, go back home, live my life, right? Well, as you know what, I met my husband in a bar, because where else do you meet a good man, right? 19 years ago. Married him 2 months later. So that was back in 2003. 2011, I decided to get a real estate license, because I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and I watched HGTV, right? And I'm like, how hard can it be, right? They show 3 houses, one sharpens pencils, the other one collects butterflies, they qualify for $2 million and they go buy the first house they see. Sign me up, right? I can do that. So that's how it came about. But today I own 8 businesses. I am one of probably, I don't want to say the hardest working because we are all hardworking in this room, right? But I'm certainly chasing that American dream, right? So I love numbers and I crunch everything and I do a lot of what's called reverse engineering. You set your end goal and then you're going to break it down how you're going to get there. But today I want to talk about with you guys of how to leverage your time. Because no matter how hard you are working, you are going to hit a personal ceiling. There's only one of you. There's only 124 hours. And no matter how hard you work, you're going to get to a point where you're going to have a really hard time selling one other freaking house. Excuse my French, can I say that word on stage? I'm sorry if I can't, beep it out. Right, so my goal here with you guys today is to help you break down some numbers. Just raise your hand if you have a clue your hourly rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. So we actually have quite a few. So this is what I want to walk you guys through, because 95% of the room did not raise their hand, is to figure out where to spend your time. If you hired somebody here locally, we talked about 15. In Michigan, I cannot find someone for 15, so the very minimum is $20 an hour. If I hired somebody to be my executive assistant to drive to my house with today's gas prices, right, I would be pitching out at a very minimum $20 an hour. With that, we are talking $800 a week, $3,200 a month. So you look at it this way. I have 14 mini-me's that are working 40 hours a week. I created myself 560 hours a week. What could you get done in 560 hours? So if it takes you whatever you do now, takes you 40 hours a week, what could you do with 560 hours? Because where is my time best spent? How many sellers could you get if you gave yourself those 40 hours back? Or you might just say, you might not want to work anymore. I'm at the point where I'm actually only work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm taking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays off for the rest of my life. I deserve it. I worked extra crazy hard. But I also replaced myself with a bunch of mini-me's. So thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Gogo. If I can help you in any way, you can find me on Gogo's Real Estate on Instagram. That's the only platform that I personally respond to. Everywhere else, you're going to get a VA. Create more time, guys. Sometimes I message her at midnight. Like, sorry, this is when I get to my text messages. But I figured you guys are an hour behind, so.
Good shirt. You guys ready?
Yes.
Dude, thanks. We're so fun.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, have fun.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to stand you guys up.
No. I thought you were me.
So that's why I came in. I was like, hi. Then you turned around. I was like, warm blonde. Warm blonde.
I enjoyed you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Realtor?
Yes.
Here?
In
Locally?
Dallas, yes.
Awesome. Love it. How long?
Like almost 5 years now.
Oh, good. Going good?
It's going great.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've been taking a little vacation, but now I'm back to it.
Oh, that's awesome. So I just wanted to say sorry. I didn't mean to like...
We're into the outside world, but myself and my wife are all introverts. Even though we can do this, preference for me is like quiet, sheets, calm, whatever. But then when it's time and you got to do it, you got to like.
Yeah, I can turn it on for money. Like, and I didn't know this about Ryan, that he had, he was in theater. I wasn't, but I wanted to be an actress. I couldn't. I can't learn somebody else's words. Like, I can't memorize things like that. But it's surprising to me, right? Because it's a skill, right? Like, I used to look at people and be like, 12 grand. 9,000, 10,000, whatever, right? Commission above their head. So I was like, if I looked at them like that because I knew I'll be your best friend for 90 days for 12 grand.
Sure.
right? I can mimic your personality, I'll mimic your tone of voice, I will, if you lean back and talk this way, I'll lean back and talk that way, right? If you're really hyper, I'm really hyper. If you're excited, I'm excited. If you love U of M, I love U of M, right? Like whatever it took to close the deal.
I love it.
Right? And it's almost like acting.
Cartoon, you see the, and then you just start to mirror.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah, and it's almost like acting. Like you turn it down for money.
That's also why I think Ryan with his theater personality, you have to get in character to be an
yeah.
So part of his sales piece is to get in character, which for him is probably so advantageous. And now that he's actually naturally in a badass here and there, there's not as much character. But I'm sure early on.
Yeah. I mean, he even told you, right? He's like, I acted for the future.
Yes. Yes.
I acted for what I wanted, not who I was.
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It is.
You can't sit around and wait to make things happen.
No. I don't think any of us sits around and waits for anything.
Okay, check mark. So a couple weeks ago, I saw someone speaking with Ryan Serhant on stage, and I made a mental note, and I was like, you know what? I want to speak with that guy on stage one day. So been there, done that. I can check it out today. I'm so excited. That's how dreams come true, right? You manifest them. You tell the universe what you want, and the universe shall deliver. Even the Bible says, you ask and you shall receive, right? So I can check that out today.
The word about homeless stuff and things here and there. It's like,
really?
For such a good, clean new city and a big skyline, there should be more to downtown than just like go to work and then leave part deal. But it was nice to, that's why I wanted to get the hotel and everything else down here so people.
Thank you.
2 years. That's the deal. If you want to stay with me longer, fine. But this should be 2 years for you. You're going to learn, you're going to advise, you're going to be part of the conversations, and then you're going to go and get into the business. I don't get any assistants that don't want to do real estate. I tried that once. I got a 9-to-5er that also fashion, worst decision ever. It was just a job to them. Couldn't find them on weekends. It was a shit show.
Yeah.
So you get somebody that wants to start a business, can't afford to just live on commission. So they say, okay, I'm going to do 2 years of grad school. My grad school being your personal life.
But you see, I feel I have Gail, but I want like Gail, Oprah's Gail. I want somebody who's with me for life. And I feel like I haven't ordered a steak ever. Never ordered a steak before. I would eat off my husband's plate, but I never ordered a steak in my life. But on the one-on-one coaching calls, I have a few rules, right? Number one, if you're as much as 2 minutes late, I never talk to you again. If you no-show, I absolutely never talk to you again. And if you don't do the work that we talked about the week before, I never talk to you again. And you only get 15 minutes of my time. And they call me. Yeah, that's the rule. And I always tell my agents, I don't know what you don't know. Meaning that if you don't call me with a question, I'm assuming that you have it all figured out. Right? If you call me and my phone rings, I am more than happy to help you. But if you no-show to training, here's another thing. And you have to implement this. I'll meet you where you meet me. So if you come to an hour training, I'll give you an hour of my time. If you don't come to any of the trainings, you're not going to get any of my time. Because I'm not going to repeat myself, right? So I'm not going to spend an hour with you to repeat what I just thought on a Wednesday training call if you would have only showed up. Right? So I don't do any of that. I don't repeat myself. Yeah. So just 5 rules. The speakers were wonderful. I love making connections. Everybody brings something to the table, and if you truly get to know them and you give them the time, they can teach you something that you don't know. You know that I saw this thing one time where they asked if you could invite like 10 people to the dining room table, who would it be? And I feel like every time I get a new chance to sit at a dining room table that has different people, I feel like I make new connections. I learn something new about lives that I didn't know before, and that's gonna take me to the next level. So today it was amazing. I can check off one of my life dreams. I had an amazing opportunity to speak with like well-known people in the industry like Craig Siegel and Levi and Ryan, who's the Dallas mortgage guy, and Ryan Serhant. I always feel like I'm this little girl from Romania, right? From like Chickster, Romania, and who's like, what are the chances that I would ever sit at a table like this, and what are the chances that I would speak in another language on a stage like this? So I feel very good about today. This was amazing. And number one for me is always being a mom, right? So that means that I now have to wake up at 4 a.m. I woke up at 5:40 this morning, and then I traveled across the country, right? And then I took 10 minutes, change my outfit, go. Then I spoke, and then I had dinner, and now I'm gonna go back and sleep about, 5 hours. And I'm gonna wake up so I can get back, because my baby, Duke, is turning
teenager. So I don't want to miss that, right? I want to chase my dreams, but I also want to be home for my baby's birthday. So before he even gets home from school, I'll be back home. So this is how you can have your cake and eat it too. And by the way, do you know that this is how they got the Unabomber? By this one sentence. He didn't say I can have your cake and eat it too. They got him by I can eat my cake and have it too. And that's how they got the Unabomber. I love documentaries, so in case you didn't know that about me, I love documentaries. I watch random stuff to get smarter. Okay, thank you, Demi, you were awesome.
Okay, here we go again. Blooper number 500,298.
Squat. Christina's my girl. Good. Okay, good. Thank you. Do you want one? Check it. Or Tina's not your girl? No, I'm good. 315. So I get lost with you, yes. There we go. Oh. I moved here for a reason. I lived in communism, no thank you.
Right, exactly.
Ready? Have you ever had a videographer go? No. I'm ready. Where's my water? My pants are falling off, which is good. That means I lost weight. Right. Okay. Let's go. Good. Very good. Brandy, come out. Okay. That's good. Safe.
Okay, hallod, amit mondok, vagy érted, amit mondok? Just kidding. English today. I don't know if I could sell a house in Hungarian, actually. Should I sing? You don't want me to trust me.
I don't even know. Someplace where no one knows our name. We're trying to start something. Just take me anywhere. Take me anywhere. Anywhere away with you. Just take me anywhere. Take me anywhere.
Gogo had never karaoke ever at a bar, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. What do you mean you've never karaokeed? How is that possible? Well, she doesn't like getting up in front of people. Years ago, she was very terrified of getting up in front of people. I basically had to convince her that it was fun and that nobody was gonna laugh. They weren't gonna throw beer bottles at her to get her off the stage, and that it would be fun. And of course, what do you think happened? Gogo got up on that stage. She sang some random terrible song probably, and she got off there feeling like $1,000,000, and she's been singing ever since at parties, bars, wherever you have a microphone, she will find a way to use it. And yeah, so I can say that that's kind of my fault. I am to blame for Gogo's wonderful stage presence that she has now.
Can you hear me? Oh, please say you can hear me, because I might as well be Italian because I talk with my hands. So I can't do this.
1,000 lighters.
That is the best filter ever. That is the best filter I've ever seen.
All at once, everything is different. Now that I see you.
That was the gayest song you ever made me do with you ever.
In the next Gogopreneur episode. That's how it works. You improvise. It's not about the resources that you have. It's about how resourceful you are. We have a live call in, how many minutes? In 7 minutes. And I had somebody stop over to fix our flooring. So they're pounding. And yeah, so that's not gonna work for us. So I just met Matt, who's also an EXP agent who happens to be living in our neighborhood. He was coming over for the live. We literally just met, and then I had to ask him if I can drive over to his house to do this live, because in my house it's very loud right now. Nice to meet you.
Dean, go, Dean. So you set up wherever you want.
Perfect. Yeah. This says no internet. Okay. Let me get my pen.
Lindsay, Gogo's just running a minute behind, so she's gonna hop on in a second. So she asked for me to hop on and get it going, and then she'll hop on and do the introduction and everything. So Let's see. But I don't see. Oh, here he comes right now.
Yep, it's not. It's spinning. Maybe I can hotspot it. I don't know if I have hotspot on this.
Cell service sucks here.
It's not about the cards that you've been handed, the hand that you got, right? It's about how you play that hand. So let's get it done, whatever it takes. See you soon. For all the products and services featured in this episode, pause the show right now, scan the QR code, and I will see you on our website.